Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Andy.montalvo. I'm a real estate agent here in Houston, Texas with Martha Turner Sotheby's International, and we are back for our August 2022 market update for the Houston real estate market. Now, if you did not catch last month's video on the market update for the month of July, go check it out. This link is right here. That way you can get up to pace on what's going on in the market, and then this August market update will make a little more sense to you as to maybe how things have changed throughout the year and maybe where they will go. Now, like I mentioned, things have changed in the August marketplace, so this video might be a little different. For starters, I kind of forgot to wear a watch today, feeling a little naked, so just bear with me. And based on what you're hearing everywhere, it seems like the market is going down now versus up versus how we were experiencing early in the year. Don't worry about that just yet. We're going to get straight into all of that. Now, for starters, the active inventory in Houston has continued to increase on a month-to-month basis and has really increased when you compare it to the previous year. Just in the month of August, we had about 24,562 active single-family homes on market in Houston, which was about a 6% increase when compared to the month of July and a 36% increase when you compare it to August 2021. Now, it is good to note that for the past year, we've had big inventory shortages that has kind of led up to what we're at right now. And it's kind of carried the narrative of what the real estate market has looked like for the most part. Now, in terms of sales, we did see a little bit of a drop in sales with only about 7,801 total sales in the month of August for Houston. Now, this was a 5.5% decrease when compared to the month of July and a 22% decrease when compared to the month of August in 2021. In terms of new listings, we had about 14,262 new listings come to market in the month of August, which was actually a 6% decrease when compared to July. I know, this sounds like things are just going down from here. We're getting a lot more listings up. We're getting a drop in sales. People are going crazy. The media is telling you that the market's about to crash or something like that. And to be honest, it's just not necessarily very true. So just for a moment, take a step back, breathe, and just look at what's actually going on. For the past 2 years, we've been experiencing a crazy real estate market where things were just literally flying out the door. Something really not many people have experienced ever in their lifetime. I've known real estate agents who have been in their business for 40, 50 years and said that they've never experienced that in their entire career. So that marketplace was new for everybody. People were bidding insane prices. People were moving from other states, specifically in here in Houston, also inflating those prices. So we were having this huge demand for homes, and not many people wanted to sell their homes because towards the end of COVID, a lot of people just didn't see the need to move, specifically the rising interest rates. Having a lot of people who refinanced their homes when the interest rates were low enough, a lot of those people didn't find the need to go on and sell their house and maybe downsize or pay more money for something that was smaller or any of those kinds of things. So they just settled. Also, with a lot of people having to work from home, a lot of people just decided to go to other places, right? Places where they thought they couldn't live before, that weren't in such a crowded city, that were a little more free, where they could have a little more space. So the whole dynamic of the world pretty much just completely changed. Now we come back to the present day today, and we are seeing, drops in sales, and we're seeing, people selling their homes, more people selling their homes than we've ever seen in the past 2 years. And people just kind of started freaking out, specifically when you're hearing these interest rate hikes and all this stuff. Now, what I wouldn't say is that things are crashing. For starters, if you look at it historically, the market always tends to go down a little bit in the August and September months. And once you start getting into the October, November, December times, sales start to increase more. So a drop in sales is not really worrisome when we're in this time of the year when things tend to slow down a little bit. Now, another point to make is that the median home sale price is at $343,000, which is an 11% increase from a year ago. So home prices have not really dropped. All that you're really seeing on the market right now is just sellers having to work a little more with buyers, either on price or maybe buyer credits or any of those little things just to kind of get those deals closed. What you are noticing from a lot of people is that buyers' main concern is that their interest rates are too high. So a lot of sellers are just offering buyer credits instead of dropping their price in order for them to buy down their interest rates and be able to qualify for a better mortgage, essentially. Now, another thing that's telling us that we still have a hot real estate market is that the median days to sell is 13 days, which is under 2 weeks, meaning that the median single family house in Houston is selling in just under 2 weeks. Now, that is, of course, when you're pricing it correctly, setting up the staging correctly, taking good pictures, cleaning up the space, fixing little things here and there, and presenting a good product to the marketplace. Also, our month of inventory is at a 3.1, which still tells us that we're in a seller's market, but we're just not in as hot of a seller's market as we were experiencing the past 2 years. Like I've been saying in most of my market updates and for the past year, the market's not really crashing, it's just kind of reaching a normalized point where we're just going to kind of stabilize and just ride a wave out. Not necessarily experiencing these mass hikes and drops, you know, in sales and price and all that stuff, just kind of bringing us to a more comfortable level, something that we can actually manage. Now, the drop in sales has been felt throughout the entire marketplace. I'm talking about from the lowest price homes to the most expensive homes. Everybody is kind of feeling the same sentiment right now of, when is my house going to sell? Why were houses selling, you know, in over a weekend 3 months ago, and now my house is sitting a little bit longer? So you even have sellers who are kind of freaking out if their house doesn't sell in a week. For example, for homes under $500,000, we only had about 6,172 home sales in the month of August, which was around a 6% decrease from the month of July. Then for homes between $500,000 and $1 million, we had a 4% decrease and only saw about 1,400 total home sales in the month of August. Now, the biggest drop in sales came in the luxury market for homes over $1 million, where we only saw 241 homes sold, which was a 21% decrease from the month of July. So like I said, the small pain of home sellers is being felt everywhere. Now, I do believe that a lot of home sellers are freaking out and feeling a little bit of a pain, mainly because their expectations are just too high for what they're gonna either get in price or how fast their home is gonna sell. What that comes down to is them working with a professional who is setting the realistic expectations on what's going on in the marketplace and what could happen to their house when we're listing it on the marketplace. You know, telling them that, you know, it's most likely not gonna sell right away like it was if you listed it back in April, May, or even June. It's most likely gonna sit a little longer now, and we're most likely gonna have to be a little more negotiable with buyers in the case that we don't have this, you know, big number of buyers coming into the house and making offers. Now, that is one thing I did want to mention, is that some houses are still selling over a weekend. Now let's cover the top areas inside the Loop of Houston. Inside the Loop of Houston, we have the Heights and Greater Heights area lead the market with 101 homes sold and 117 contracts pending. Up next, we have the East End revitalized area with 31 homes sold and 56 contracts written. And up third, we have the Rice Military and Washington area with 25 homes sold and 36 contracts written. Now let's move to the outside areas of what's mainly metropolitan Houston. Out there, we have the usual contender, Katy, lead the market with 572 homes sold and 828 contracts written. Then we had Cypress with 262 homes sold and 412 contracts written. Up third, we had Richmond with 256 homes sold and 411 contracts written. Now we can move on to, I think, what's my favorite and most people's favorite part of the entire market update, and it is new things that are coming or have come to Houston that you need to go check out. Now, like most people, I'm also a foodie. I love going and trying out new food, so I thought, what better yet than to incorporate new restaurants and new, you know, little shops and that sell little things and bars and stuff like that that are coming to Houston into our new development section. So today we are highlighting the relatively new burger joint, Johnny Good Burger. This incredible burger place is being brought to us by James Beard award-winning chef Paul Key and the FAM Hospitality Group here in Houston. The place is located at Post Houston and offers a simple menu of 4 different kinds of burgers and a variety of sides that you can add on to it. Now, I personally have not been able to go and try out the spot, but I have heard tons of great things about it. So I probably will be coming out with a video and we'll go try it together. Now that brings me to our next section of fun things you can do in Houston this September. And that is to check out the Houston Restaurant Week. Now this is the last weekend for Houston Restaurant Week. And if you have not been able to take advantage of Houston Restaurant Week, you have to do it. Restaurants around Houston are offering 3 to 4 course meals at a set price that allows you to try maybe a variety of items on their menu, where portions of that price actually go to the Houston Food Bank. Go check out what restaurants are participating in Houston Restaurant Week. Likely it's most of them around the Houston area, and pick one and go try it out. Besides that, that is all I have for you guys today. Now, if you have any questions, please put them down below, or you can reach me by my email right here. And if you know of any new businesses or restaurants or any new developments coming to the Houston area, put them down in the comments or send them to me so we can include them in our next monthly update. Plus, if it's a restaurant, I definitely want to check it out. Now, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below. A little thumbs up would be great. I love all the support I get from you guys, and I want to keep making these videos for you and showing you guys what it is to be in Houston, essentially. Well, I will see you guys next time.